Brothers and sisters, good morning to you. We finished the book of 2 Kings. Today we meditate on the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, where Pastor Jason's sharing. The title I give to this chapter, True Wisdom in Relationships. True Wisdom in Relationships. I will divide into a few paragraphs here. Verse 1 to 3 is the first paragraph. A man who isolates himself seeks his own desire. He rages against all wise judgment. Verse 1. Who isolate himself from the people. So we are like a loner. We go wherever by ourselves. We do what we want to do. We care about our own matter. We don't care about others. He rages against all wise judgment. He doesn't know about wisdom. He doesn't know that wisdom is among a team, a group. Whether someone is wise, has wisdom, depends whether he is able to, with other people, in cell group, in other cell member, our relationship with other cell members, in workplace, our relationship with other departments, or within the department, our relationship with other department staff. This relationship reflects whether you are wise or not. I have been leading cell group for 24 years. In the past, I thought that I was leading cell group, I was helping others. But I realize right now that cell group is a protection. Whether you are leading a cell group, this cell group is a protection. Maybe you are in that financial difficulty. If you tell your cell leader may organize like a love offering for you. Or maybe you are sick and then you are admitted to hospital. Some people will try to contact the hospital for you or take you to hospital, visit you and look after you. It's a protection. It's wise to be in a protected environment. These few days, so Pastor Joshua and Simo walking the dog, and then they walk past us, our house, and say, "Hey, your house seems to be upgraded." Why? So it was really like low class before. And some disciples saw our house in the previous state and they couldn't stand it. So actually they did some painting, some renovation. And then the wire on the wall is exposed there, so it's now covered now. And put the painting in different places, so the whole place looks like refreshed. And someone gave us flowers and our garden, our balcony, and tidy up our balcony as well. Now the whole place has been like upgraded. So there is abundance in relationship, not just protection, but also abundance, riches. Some disciples have been to our place for quite a few times, and then afterwards they would say, "Oh, this part is not really good. That part is not really good." That has tortured my house in previous state has tortured my disciple for some time. So now he is happier and I'm happier. When we have relationship with others, we know our place. Whether you are big brother, you are younger brother, and you know how to talk to each other, how to be with others. Sometimes it's not about what we say is wrong, but we are not in that place to say that thing. If we don't have a good relationship in a community, that means that we don't know where we stand in a community. We lack protection. We lack riches. Said those who isolate himself seeks his own desire, he rages against all wise judgment. Because he only cares for himself. He just wants to express his own heart. Verse 2. He just wants to express his own heart, his own opinion. He wants to talk. He doesn't want to listen. Yeah, you don't want to listen to others, so others don't want to listen to you either. You say, not that I don't like others, but other people are distant from me. Because I keep talking and talking, and people cannot talk. That is unwise. When the wicked comes, contempt comes also. When with dishonor comes reproach. Those who are self-centered, they are wicked, they are proud, they are judgmental. They boast themselves as well. Because you are proud against others, then you will be contempt. Then you boast yourself and you will bring dishonor. You want to judge others, and then people will judge you too. Wicked people are self-centered. If we are self-centered, we like to keep talking and talking about ourselves. We want to care about our own business only. We have no wisdoms. Because they have lost the protection and which is in a community. Verse 4 to 8. While wisdom is shown in our words. You will understand through someone's words, their expression, whether he is wise or not. That's why we need to learn how to express ourselves. Verse 4, the words of a man's mouth are deep waters. The wellspring of wisdom is a flowing brook. Deep waters. Here, deep waters, not shallow waters. Some wisdom comes from the deep of our heart. And then when you say it out, then people think, wow, that is good. It's like a living water, refreshing water coming to us. That's from our words. How do we do this? Verse 5. It is not good to show partiality to the wicked or to overthrow the righteous in judgment. Show partiality to the wicked. That means that you exalt the face of the wicked. You will look at people's face and you decide what to say, what to do. Okay, if they're rich or they are really fierce, ferocious, then you say, okay, I will stand by you. I will be on your side. Our words should be wisdom, but because we show partiality, then our words will not be wise. Verse 6, fool's lips enter into contention and his mouth calls for blows. As soon as, as soon as they speak, actually, it will cause conflicts. It will cause confrontation. Verse 7, a fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. And like to listen to a gossip. The words of a tale-bearer are like tasty trifles. So tasty, the gossip. When we are chatting, oh wow, you feel like, oh wow, you're emotionally quite stable, right? And then someone said, hey, I'm going to tell you a secret. Don't tell others, please. And then, wow, your heart is pounding, and you love to hear tale-bearer, the words of a tale-bearer. We like to hear some gossips. Then that's unwise. If we like to hear about gossip, that's unwise. We pay attention to the gossip, what we like to hear. Hey, do you know? Something this and this happened in somewhere. What he did and then what happened at the end. Oh, that's true. Really? How did that happen? The tone is about like this. I walked past the pantry yesterday as he was crying. Yeah, I didn't dare to go near. I don't know what happened. And later on, he called me up, and then we talked for like 2 hours. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Tale-bearer. As we keep feeling with this, then we'll say something. That means our mouth will be our destruction. It will enter into contentions. Our wisdom is shown in our words. Verse 9 to 15, the third paragraph. Wisdom is shown in our attitude. There are few aspects of this wisdom. Your attitude. Are you diligent or are you lazy? He who is slothful in his word is a brother to him who is a great destroyer. So if you are slothful, you are lazy, you are just like a destroyer. Here, if you are slothful, you are a destroyer. I'm lazy, I do things slow, it's just like I have destroyed something. We say that if you do more, you will make more mistakes. If you do less, you will make less mistakes. If you do less, you are destroying these things. A few 10 years ago, there is a word in Taiwanese. Delayed policy is worse than corruption. Corruption is bad, isn't it? But if you delay in making decisions, just like in Hong Kong, an anti-example. For example, if MTR was not built in Hong Kong, then for the people going to commute, to work, to study, it will cause much trouble, right? And every morning you go to work, there will be traffic jam. You know, some countries, the traffic jam was horrific. Because you keep delaying making that decision, you actually have to pay a greater price. So diligence is important. And it's important to trust in God. Verse 10 to 11, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it as safe. The richest man's wealth is his strong city, and like a high wall in his own esteem. In his own esteem, in his own fantasy. Do I rely on my wealth or do I rely on God? In ancient times, we have heard of it, right? We heard it and think, yeah, it makes sense. We need to rely on God. But is it really the case? If my account has like increased by 1 digit or increased by 2 digits, that is even better. What is that comfort zone? Sense of security, right? We are the same. We rely on our wealth. But the thing is, our account does not increase by 2 digits. Hey, you are wealthy people. Something wrong with you. But we all have the problem. What do we rely on? In the book of Proverbs, wisdom, the aspects are closely related. So we have diligence. The first adjective is diligence, then it's about relying on God, trusting God. It doesn't mean that if you're diligent, then you should not rely on God. It doesn't mean that if you rely on God, you don't have to be diligent. No, that's not the case. Sometimes you experience a miracle. We will testify. Maybe we are in bad situation, but because of the miracle, the situation is turned around. We should testify. That's why we should testify. We give testimony. Sometimes you think that we need to wait for God to move. We just rely on God, right? We rely on God, but we don't really work hard. But that's not what the Proverbs tells us. We need to be diligent. God is pleased with our diligence. God will bless us as we are diligent. Maybe we pay like 70% effort, then God can increase that to 90%. If we work hard for 10%, we put in 10% efforts, then maybe miracles will boost our effort to 50%. So we need to be diligent, but in our diligence, we need to wait for greater miracle. Verse 12, humility. Before honor is humility. This is our attitude. A diligent attitude, a trusting God attitude, a humble attitude. And verse 13, he who answers a matter before he hears, it is folly and shame to him. He thought that he knew it all. Yes, I understand it all. I should do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yes, stop it. Yeah, you are thinking this is not wise. Just let them finish. Don't be so impatient. We just listen. Listen to their heart. Then you may hear something different. So this is a humble attitude. The spirit of a man will sustain him in sickness, but who can bear a broken spirit? Verse 14, talk about our heart. We need to have a happy heart. A joyful heart is good medicine. If our spirit is bad, then there will be things goes wrong with our body. So a joyful heart is important. And our heart desires knowledge. We listen to knowledge. So wisdom is shown in our attitude, being humble, trusting God, and then humble, and then we are joyful, we are longing. The fourth one, verse 16 to 19. Wisdom brings peace, harmony. We live in a community that most of the time relationship goes wrong. Sometimes our relationship with people above us are not really smooth. I want to talk to him, but I can't. Maybe buy a gift. You bring gifts before great men. So it's like a brown nosing, right? It depends on your heart. So it's the concept of grain offering in the of the 5 offerings in the Bible. Gifts. Gifts brings relationship closer. Then if there is like if your neighbors are in a conflict, then you need to listen to both sides. Verse 18, contentions. 2 parties are fighting against each other. What should you do? Casting lots. No one wants to give in. Let God help you. Draw lots. Cast lot. We'll be able to cease contentions. Verse 19. A brother offended is harder to win than a strong city. Why is it so hard? Because they spend all their life fighting against each other. The good and the bad times. And you have treated me this way in this matter, on this matter. And how about the other issues? How you treated me? It's like all mixed together. All mixed together. That's the concept of couples camp. They have been together for 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years. Every day, good things, bad things happened. But by the wisdom of God, step by step, we solve our dispute. So a wise person will bring harmony to the people above and under, and the harmony between neighbors, and keep the mighty apart. And then dissolve the conflict between brothers. We pursue harmony. We need to stay in good relationship. If we have problems, we try to resolve it. Then we will live in joy. From verse 20, wisdom. Wisdom is shown in our words, in our wife, in good friends. A wise person knows that you need to pay a price in saying everything. There is a consequences. That's why we speak gracious words. If you speak gracious words, there will be good results. If you speak negative, then you will bring negative consequences, because death and life are in the power of the tongue. That's why you need to be cautious in what you say. Verse 22, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. When I read this, I want to laugh. It says here, finds a wife. But in Chinese church, in the Chinese version, it says finds a good wife. In English, you just finds a wife, finds a good thing. And then the translator think, no, you don't just find a wife, a good wife. But okay, the English translation, we don't have such misunderstanding, thank God. But God is not like this. This is your helper. Finds a wife. This is my favor to you. So that you become a loner. You do not become a loner. You find a wife, you find good thing. But the translator, oh no, it doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense. I better put good wife in Chinese translation. So in Chinese, we do have the dot because they added on. So, okay, English is more close to the original thing. So, so we need to know that a wife is a good wife. It's a good thing. We know that it's a good thing. We need to go forward. Then you'll be wise. And lastly, a man who has friends must himself be friendly. You don't need many friends. If you have many friends, at the end you spend much time with them, but you will be badly affected. So, some brothers, some men want to have lots of friends, talk about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and they build the social network, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just feel good friends who will stand by you regardless. Then it's good enough. The friends who will help you first time. When you are in trouble, they will help you straight away. And of course, Jesus is our best friend. But we should have some deep and close friends. Feel. You need good friends. And then you have a wife to help you. A good thing. Just a wife. Okay? Find a wife. And you understand the power of your words. You become a wise person. May God help us. That's the end of the message today. Let's stand and worship our God.